Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss Cumming Whiskey, an Instagram account. My name is Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Tim Swyatt, Katie Joyce, and Ryan Thompson.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Howdy.
What's up, guys?
Hello. So, yeah, we're going to have a good show today. We're going to be talking about Cumming Whiskey on Instagram, and if you're not following that one yet, you probably should. They're doing some cool stuff. We'll get to that, though, after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Tim?
So in my little random internet readings, I came across an important fact that I thought was pretty spot on. It actually shocked me.
Okay.
By tomorrow, you will have forgotten about 40% of what you experienced today.
Only 40?
Wow.
Only 40%?
That's the problem, because it's just like, I went through yesterday. I'm like, well, I drank a lot last night, so I remember that. I don't remember what I finished, but I'm like, is that even 40%? I'm like, geez, what the hell did I do between like
you gotta
6
delete those files. Yeah.
Having to cold recall what you did through the day without other triggers is also difficult. So something could trigger a memory that is in your brain from yesterday, but you just can't cold recall. So like, let's say you didn't think of off the top of your head that you ate something specific, but if you would see that again, you'd be like, oh yeah, I ate that yesterday. So it's like trying to think of what do I remember from yesterday and going through a list would be difficult. But then if something else relates to it, your brain will make that connection and allows you to pull that memory then that is in there somewhere.
Okay. So Katie, what do you say? So if we filmed your entire day and then the next day, you didn't know why we're filming it, but then the next day it was, okay, we're going to give you $1 million if you can sit down at this table right here, right now, and write it up. And you have to have at least a 75% accuracy as to what you were doing during the day. Do you think you could do something like that? That's a lot of money. It's $1 million just for doing that.
I think if you wrote it
you
down,
might be
like
hyper aware too, because you're being filmed.
Because like what I was doing, what you could see on the outside, I might be able to get 75%. Because I think is that you forget 40% of what you're experiencing. So it's like you're forgetting some of like what you're hearing or what you're seeing or what you're smell. It's all of the senses for all of the memories. So just writing down what you did, I think you could get 75% maybe. That'd be really easy to miss though as well.
Right.
But it's kind of upsetting that we go through these days and we forget so much.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, because how are we supposed to function if we remember all of it? Like,
to be fair, I forget like at least 75% of my nights.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about sleeping.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm so big into stuff like, we're getting ready to go down to Key West. I think that's important because, yes, a year from now, what do you remember? You don't remember a whole lot, but something that's big like going down to Key West with your friends.
If it's fun or not, if it's great or if it sucked or if it was a great experience, bad experience. So you remember that aspect, right?
Royce gets so mad at me because I'm like Snapchatting him and stuff and taking some videos, and he's like, stop doing that. He's like, it's so annoying. Why are you even doing that? guess what? A year later, I can look back at my memories and I'm like, remember when
you did
happened?
this? No.
Yes.
He's like, oh my God, why are you reminding me? And I'm like, I don't know, because I saved it.
It's funny to me. And I use it for leverage.
Exactly. It's leverage.
It's leverage. Yeah.
It's like I have over 12,000 photos on my phone.
Same.
And that's only the ones that are on my phone. They go back to, I think, like 2018 or something. That
You're in private file. Is it truly 12,000? Or are there others out there that we don't know about?
It's 12,309 in my recent.
Okay, there we go. Good.
Okay.
And that is, I recently went through and tried to delete a lot because I was like, this is not, there's stuff of like screenshots, stuff that I just saved to remember something a few minutes later.
Right.
I was bored in
a lot of that stuff
court
too.
one day. And so I went through while I was in court waiting for my case and deleted like 1,000+ pictures off my phone.
Whoa.
I usually do that on the airplane. That's my airplane move.
Okay.
That's a good one to do an airplane.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I agree that's why I also like to have pictures because I have time
You don't
hop.
want to imagine that.
I want to be sitting next to him on the plane. I'll be shoulder surfing for sure. Like, oh.
I mean, sometimes, you put your hand up.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I use the Time Hop app. And so it goes to my Facebook, my Snapchat, my photos, and I think a few others. And so it does all the yearly reviews. And if you've posted something or taken a photo, etc. So I think with social media as well, the posting of things and the taking of photos and videos, it's amazing what we can think we forgot about, but then having those photos allows us to keep remembering it. It's incredible.
I'm surprised it's like 40% that you don't remember from the day before. I could say like the week before, I probably don't remember, but 40% seems a little high to me.
All right.
Like,
Tell us about your day yesterday, Ryan. Tell us about yesterday. What did you do?
Oh, fuck, you don't want to hear. I had a day yesterday. It was a blast. I woke up over in Buttermilk. I was in Aspen on Friday night at a
I woke up in Buttermilk. We've all been there.
That's the name of the there. That's the name of the. And then had a late breakfast and then sat by the fire and had a cocktail and met some new friends. And then there's this guy on Instagram called Hot Doggin' Hans. He's an Olympic skier. And he dresses up as an old dude. So he was filming content and he just walked by and I was like, wait, that's Hot Dog and Hans. He's hilarious. And then I ended up meeting him, gave him a bottle of whiskey. Then I got back to Vail and then went to a hockey game, a little hockey game last night and just had a freaking blast. And so that was my day. So
that was your day. Okay.
That guy is hilarious.
Hot Dog and
Hans. Yeah.
I know who you're
so I met him in the flesh yesterday. He's got a bottle of our stuff now, and so there might be some content coming out with him. But this is the guy there.
Okay,
Hot Dog and Hans.
He's a good-looking man, good-looking guy.
But he won like a silver medal, I think, in the Olympics or bronze or something.
Okay.
Like boy's got some skills, and he just needed talks trash on the hill, so there's a lot of fun to meet him. So. Yeah.
So he dresses up like past his age, and he trolls skiers.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. I had something that happened to me yesterday that was a first. This leads us into our bonus small talk here. I was talking to a customer at the tasting bar, and for some reason, this is definitely a sign of old age, I would assume. I'm talking to the guy. And I'm telling them about the ABV network, and I just burped while I'm talking. Why? It's never happened. It's rude.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's disgusting, and it's rude, and it's embarrassing, and I couldn't help it. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know I was on deck. I didn't know anything about it until it happened.
That's old man stuff right there, bud.
That is an old man thing.
Yeah. We have podcasts.
Yeah.
No, we got a picture.
Yeah.
Now the question was, Steve.
Yeah.
Was it ketchup and onions that came out of there? Because there's those unforced errors like that.
I hadn't eaten it. See, I never get to eat at the shop, so I always eat. I go the whole day and then I eat it after I leave. So I don't know what happened. I honestly don't. I only drink water. I mean, you can't be like, well, it's carbonated beverage. Oh, I don't drink carbonated beverages. What the hell happened?
You're just getting old and gross, Steve.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
Hey, you're human, buddy. You're human. Don't let it weigh on you. You're human. That's all.
You got to email into the show. Go to the abvnetwork.com. If you're on the receiving end of this thing. I want to know: did he exhale and blow it out at you, or did he try to hide it? We need more details.
Speaking of lost 40%, I don't remember the guy. I don't remember anything about him. Jim was there too, and he was like, "What the fuck, goddamn old man." Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure.
The lesson of the story is to keep your distance when you're talking to agents.
Yeah. So
stuff to talk about with the Fosnot finger going around at that shop. That thing flying around. You can't give him something to come back at you. You've got the higher ground right now.
Right.
If you're not familiar with the Fosnot finger, I guess maybe you need to watch a couple previous episodes.
Yeah, you got to go back and dip into the catalog. It's all there. So,
Right. Can we please drink?
All right. It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Tim. Let's get this thing going.
I am going to record this from equidistance to see if you can actually hear the cork pop or not, and I will send it to all of you.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go concurrent here.
Play the video on the phone afterwards. We'll see if we can hear the replay.
Good idea.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
Let's see if it's going to come through right. So I got a bottle of 10th Mountain bourbon out of the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh, nice.
My
Brandon and I both win in that example.
You're on the podcast, but this is great. Here we go.
Nothing there. Okay.
Nothing.
All right, let's stop and let's play the video. Let's play the video.
Literally nothing.
Nothing. We didn't hear anything. But I would guess for some reason if you hold the phone up to the phone to the mic there, we'll be able to hear it.
Maybe.
If there's anything here. Here we go. We're gonna give him credit for this. Whatever the phone plays, he's gonna get credit. All right, go ahead.
We can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything. So yeah, maybe
Is it playing?
Man, that was loud, dude. That was awesome. I appreciate it. You're the winner.
Who's getting there? I just
is this phone buffering?
Let me get to the pop where I failed miserably with all of that. Let's see here if I can
it was not that long of a video. I mean,
suspense is killing me.
Yeah, how long is it? You've been recording since we started?
Yes, and we captured all this.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Nothing, Tim. Okay, so Tim definitely has no noise. So it's been verified his cork pops don't make any noise. 100%.
Send me the video, Tim. Send me the video, please.
Send it to Becca.
Great bottle,
just text it to her, and she'll be fine. She'll then play it. We'll go back and review it. We can't wait for that right now, though. So okay. All right. He's working on that now, folks. Hopefully by the end of this segment, we'll have it. We'll go to Ryan, who's known for his explosive cork pop. So what do you got, Ryan?
Yeah, explosive. Huh? That's what you're leading with. Well, I'm gonna keep it local here in Colorado. A little Branch and Barrel bourbon. I really like their logo. It's pretty cool. I think
it is nice. That's a good look to it.
Yeah, and they got a
glass cork. Glass cork.
Let's see. A little squeaky. A little squeaky.
Yeah. It's cute. That's our lead, folks. That's our lead right now.
Well, yeah, I'm up against Tim over there. That doesn't give me much confidence.
Yeah. All right, Becca, you're next. What do you got?
Well, I figured that since we're talking about Cumming whiskey, I should have a bottle that was on Cumming whiskey, which was one of our Hidden Barn.
Okay, yeah.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskeys. So this is actually a single barrel pick for the vault at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado.
Cool.
Oh, hell yeah. And that's just parked there.
Yep. Okay. That's our lead right now. Becca's got the lead. So
I can't believe she just inched you out there because that was pathetic.
Something
that's pathetic cork pops.
Look at Katie. She's got all the setup. She's got everything set up.
She's ready to eat you guys alive.
Katie takes like 7 minutes to get this thing set up. She's ready to go now, though. So what do you got, Katie?
So I even tried to have a new bottle that was posted on the Cumming Whiskey page, but the fulfiller sent me the wrong bottle. So that didn't work out. Yeah. I do have a bottle of Hidden Barn, but I didn't think to grab that. So instead, I have Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered with me.
Smoke Wagon, okay.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Oh, that was really good.
I couldn't hear anything.
Oh.
I listened to yours, Tim. It was actually pretty good, but Katie's would have beat you.
Okay. Can you play it on that? Can you play it?
You play it on your phone. See if your Michael pick it up.
Yeah.
So it actually had some.
All right, here we go. Okay.
That was actually good.
Yeah.
This is why Tim's upset.
Yeah, not as good as Katie's.
Good.
Not as good as Katie's.
What? How? Why does your microphone hate you?
It does. Yeah. Yeah. He's got a studio mic too. He's got an expensive mic, but yeah.
His
Now he's froze
microphone
up. He's froze up. So
whiskey.
yeah.
Life hates me.
I've got Remus Volstead Reserve, the 14-year-old product. Here we go. Oh, nice, clean and stuck the landing, but Katie's was explosive, and that's what we're looking for with those cork pops. So Katie does win that. So cheers, gang.
Cheers.
I just spilt that in my beer. I'm having a bad week.
Flavor saver.
Yeah.
Flavor saver.
You're bourbon in front of customers. You're spilling out on yourself. Steve.
I'm telling you. It's
We're going to have to call the general and say, hey, listen, 2 out of the 5 signs here are starting to show up.
Yes, the FCC will take me off the air. I can't pass the cognitive test. So, all right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about Coming Whiskey, the Instagram account, and what they're doing. And, there you go. He's on there right now. So we'll come back with Ryan. He'll tell us what the newest thing is. We'll have some scoop when we return. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Denny Kennard, and my altar drinking Edo is Freddie Miller. I'll drink to that.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Coming Whiskey.
Yes, we are. So, Ryan, what's new out there? What are some of the new things on Coming Whiskey?
Well, the latest and greatest post is Quartz Mountain. They've
Quartz
got
Mountain,
a wolf,
okay.
a half face of a wolf as their logo. I mean, it's a really cool logo. So that's there. And then you got Shelter.
Shelter, okay.
Shelter. You have Manatawny still works coming out. Crater Lake looks like they got something coming out new.
Has 10th Mountain ever appeared on there?
I don't know, Steve. I'm not sure. Good question. I'll have to dig through the files here and see. I think we have.
Okay, that's cool.
I think so, but it's.
I think I know the guy who runs this, but I don't want to say because I don't know for sure. He lives in Owensboro, Kentucky. I mean, I believe I know.
Correct.
Okay, then I do know who did.
Cool that
it's
such passion to follow the TTB. That's he's following the TTB website, right? Cola?
Yeah.
And so it's cool that he's got the passion for it.
He's navigating it and then finding out. I'm sure there's millions of things out there. You just got to find out what's interesting, what people are interested. I know he puts all the. He likes Neely, so clearly he's a Neely fan because their stuff goes out there. So
yeah, he's messaged us before. Super nice. He said that he loves our tour over at the distillery. Papa gave him his tour when he came here back in 2019.
You never know how that's going to go.
He said it was fantastic. So I think that's pretty cool. But he's posted a few of our different things. He posted our newest line that's coming out, Old Jet Brothers. He posted.
What do you think though? Don't you want to kind of save the glory yourself and launch it yourself, or is this guy getting in front of the glory?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I would say so. Some people I'm sure have different opinions on this, but I like it because I feel like it gets a little bit of like excitement starting to build up because people don't really know fully what's going on. And so then it goes out to a lot of like the whiskey nerds are the ones that are watching that. And so then it kind of gives them the chance to start being like, wait, what is this one? That's a cool label. And like they're reading the labels and they can kind of see what's possibly going to be happening. And so I think it kind of like builds up some excitement prior to the launch of whatever it is that's about to come out. Where like obviously
is he stealing your thunder at all or no?
I personally don't. I don't think so. I think that Royce gets a little bit like, oh God, they posted, and I'm like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that it amps people up. I think it gets people talking prior to something being released, and I think it makes it even a bigger deal because people already saw it and can start discussing it. Not the day of the release or something like that. Like they can start talking about it and like maybe come down the distillery and like chat with us or like kind of like poke around and like find out about things. And I think it's a good thing. I like his page a lot. I like that it's there's no real opinions that he posts on. He does do some reviews on stuff, but like when he's posting the labels, it's not like, well, this crappy brand's coming out with another crappy whiskey. It's just like, nope, this is this.
Here it is.
This is what it is. He tries to answer questions as just open as possible if he can. If he doesn't know the answer, he doesn't really say. He's like, I'm not sure. And I appreciate that about him.
Yeah. You haven't seen anybody try to do the end around yet, just to release the label before it goes into the TT. We're like, hey, we're working on this. We're getting ready to submit it. And nobody's doing that yet. So I guess no one seems to mind enough to be like Ryan to get the first word out. I'm not sure. I guess they maybe the big companies would always be the ones that have the most to lose because they have the yearly releases. They want to keep that stuff on the down low as much as possible. And I would assume they just guess that you can't stop that stuff. There's that's why it's out there, public access, and they figure that only the most ardent bourbon fans are the ones that are going to see that, and it's not for the public at large. And they just let it go, and it is what it is.
Yeah, he currently has 12.3 thousand followers.
Yes.
Which has grown a lot.
And if you're following this page, then you're a whiskey geek like all of us. So
that page has grown a lot over the past year.
Yeah.
Has it? Yeah.
From when I first saw it till now, it has grown a lot. And I think that, and a lot of people that I talked to are like, oh, did you see that? I saw that they posted this. And I think it's
that's a good sign for the industry, right? I mean, just
more
and more
there's interest. There's interest. So. Yeah. You wonder how much time he has to spend. What is this a 10-minute peruse each day, and then he pulls out some cool things, or is he spending hours each day combing through stuff? I have no idea. Right. I don't really go on there myself. I mean, I've looked at it before, but it's nothing I
wouldn't even know. Like, is there just like a new release page? Like, I should know because I've looked on this before. But like, is there just a new release page or like submissions or approvals? And you can just scroll through that and like search like bourbon.
I don't know. No.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, we've obviously filed our colas, and I know that process, but I don't know where this guy's going to get his info. But yeah, there's got to be something there, huh?
Yeah,
So It says I patrolled the TTB website. What's TTB?
Yeah.
Tax and Trade Bureau.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you got to submit the labels, and that's out there for public record. So that's what he's looking at. But
You
again,
have to
there's
get
a lot of
the
labels.
government's approval for your label.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie, good
Okay.
question though. I think for the general public, they probably don't know what TTB is, but it's the governing regulators that govern all the labels, not only in spirits but beers and wines as well. So, and we have to submit every label that's on any alcohol bottle. You have to submit it, and they have to approve it because there's certain requirements you have to hit. So,
Yeah.
Wording is supposed to be right now. Let's also just say this about the TTB: they're not exactly perfect.
It's true.
When you see some of the labels that they put out, it's like that's actually severely wrong. But that's
crazy stuff happens. Like there's a 112 proof bottle of Bond, stuff like that. It's like, what? No, really?
There's a bourbon that has sugar added to it. That's weird.
Right.
That's not in the guidelines at all. Oh, and it's 60 proof. That's strange.
Yeah. Stuff
well,
happens.
here's a fun little insight I can share at this point. But when we were starting up and doing our submitted our Colorado Clear Mountain Moonshine, it has basically the Colorado flag on it, and you can't put a state flag, American flag, whatever on a bottle of alcohol. And I didn't know that at the time. This was 10 years ago, but I submitted this deal, and sure enough, it got approved. And I just think that maybe the person approving it didn't know what the Colorado flag looked like, or our C is
that could happen.
It's right in the center, but on a Colorado flag, it's offset to the left a little bit, and so, but it's clearly the Colorado flag what we're going for. But yeah, to your point, Becca, so I mean, there's some things.
So what happened? So you get approved. Eventually, do they catch up on it and take it off there, or what?
I hope I'm not stabbing myself in the
Once
foot.
it's approved, is like it's approved, right?
Yeah, it's
Can
approved.
they can they pull it back after it's been approved?
Oh yeah, bourbon mash from that famously got that got approved. That was that was legal from Crown Royal, the bourbon mash, and then they took it down.
Did they take it down? I didn't know that they had.
Yeah, they made them stop that. Look at the young Ryan behind Tim there. So.
Was it the young days, Ryan, when that happened?
Yeah, look at young Ryan.
That's exactly it, buddy. Nice pull, my man.
Look at the look on his face. He's like, oh my God, what am I getting myself into?
Nice pull there, buddy. Look at that.
Yeah, I found that when I was doing my executive bourbon steward training down at Stave and Thief Society in Louisville, Kentucky. And I noticed that when Colin was speaking, I caught that. I'm like, oh, snap that picture of those guys.
Did you catch the watch he had on there? He was like, one day I hope they invent crotch shots where you can also put your watches and crotches. And I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna have this thing on there. So yeah, he was ahead of he's a visionary for the industry.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Colin down there, man. He's one of the best dudes in the business, I think, man. He's rad, man. He's a good friend, and he's doing great work there. So
he is. A class from him should be on everyone's bucket list. He's that good. Right? He is that good. All right.
Coming Whiskey has a blog, a website, and on there it says feature your distillery or brands. And so it says being featured on the Coming Whiskey Bottle Shop gives you access to a dedicated audience of enthusiasts, influencers, and industry insiders. If you're interested in opportunities to create buzz around new offerings and limited editions, or just want to tap into a national audience, please give us a shout. So there's a contact us option on the blog then.
When he says industry influencers and that sort of thing, professionals from the industry, do you think he's referring to me? Because I follow him.
It actually says quotations.
It's all Steve does follow me.
I skipped past the parentheses that said
right. There's a parentheses that says Steve Akeley. Yeah. So that's what he meant. I follow him, so he's like, well, promote that. I can make a few bucks off that. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. So there you go.
He does have there's an online bottle shop as well on his blog website here that has 3 bottles on it.
So he's monetizing this whole deal.
He's monetized it. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah. If he contacts me, we'll do a barrel pick with him. We'll see if he reaches out.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Powered by MASH Networks.
Yeah.
What is MASH Networks?
Then he can put that out on his page. Look, Coming Whiskey, the barrel pick that I did.
The funniest thing I've seen is some of these brands have put in. So on your label, you always have to write something in on the spots that you would have something wrote in at. And on some of them, I've seen them write in Coming Whiskey on there, which I think is pretty funny. Yeah. So and I think he found it pretty funny, and he commented about it on those posts when he put them up, but it was, I don't remember what brand it was, but they had put on there like for the like select, like, whatever it was, just said Coming Whiskey on it. And so obviously these brands are noticing that he's putting their stuff out there before anyone else sees it or anyone else knows about it. So they know about him. I think almost all of them know about him at this point, because it's like, God damn it, it is out there. How do people know about this? Why are they calling me about Hidden Barn already?
Right.
Well,
Coming Whiskey.
I'm on the fence in this one, because as a brand, trying to market it and own it, or, I mean, would be interesting to see. I would think that once it's posted, the release dates would have to be pushed back. So there's not some mad rush and everything. I think you start, the mystery is going to be in the release dates and when those things go. So you got to, marketing, you want to control the message as much as you can. And if it's all public access, we'll see if the TTB changes those rules.
We'll see. Yeah. Yes. Look at this new whiskey we got from Ryan's state of Colorado. Can you see that? It's terrible. Don't say it. I'm being critical. I'll be goddamn. Every rule that we've ever set, we don't criticize. And
I wasn't criticizing it. I thought it was a great name.
Damn it. Now I got to remember to edit that. Shit. I got to work, actually. All right.
Cut the tape. Start over.
I'll beep that out. I'll beep it out. You'll hear beep there, folks. Know that Becca messed me up there. So, yeah.
Whatever. No one. Everyone's probably... Steve's not going to blur it out, so...
Yeah. I need to do something that... I'll do it right now. Here we go. I'll see that in the sound thing. I'll be like, what the fuck is that? That looks weird. Oh, what's going on there? Then I'll remember to do that.
Are you going to have two spots where you have the beep?
I need to beep that out of there. No, but yeah, no, I'll forget the whole thing. This will be a real mess if I forget the whole thing now. People will be like, my God, this thing went off the rails. Yeah, that's what happens.
I can't wait for you to forget to bleep this out.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah, Becca pulled a Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy Cool. Well, we had litigation started when Kathy Cool just blurts out, it was Ryan's plan, too. It was...
Oh, my God.
Ryan shared what he was going to be doing coming up, and Kathy Cool then talks about it on the next show. We're like, he hasn't done this yet. There you go.
Clearly, none of them dealt with attorney-client privilege.
It's redacted.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap this show up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Katie, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me worried about paperwork redacting things, and I'm also over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, Tim.
You can find me being second review on Katie's redaction of language and show notes as well. And on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right. Ryan.
Across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey. And our website is 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th, whiskey with an E.
All right. Miss Becca Sue.
You can find me perusing Coming Whiskey on Instagram, or you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We've got all of our shows. We've got our past blogs. We've got Bourbon Zeppelin, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, where we're podcasting and belching. abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Becca Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.